very... Hi, this is AJ. Welcome back again for day 4, rule number 4 for speaking excellent English. Now, rule number 4 is important. In fact, they're all important. Of course, they are. But this one is also very important and very, very different. Very different from what you learned in your normal schools and your normal textbooks. Rule number 4 is learn deeply. So let me talk about what do I mean by deeply. Well, it's if you think about the ocean or the water, the sea, the water, right? We have shallow water, which is just at the top, but then we have very deep water. It means it goes down, 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 very far. So what do we mean by learn deeply? Well, imagine that your head, imagine your brain is the ocean. And we want the English to go in all the way. We want the English to go in deep, deep, deep into your brain. Right? We want it to be a part of you. Just like your native language, your normal language that you speak since you were a baby, that you have been speaking since you were a baby. So that's deep learning. Deep learning is the key to automatic speaking. So when I say automatic speaking, I mean speaking English without thinking. No translating, no thinking about grammar rules. You just speak. It comes out easily. No thinking, no trying. You don't need to try, right? When you speak your language, you don't need to try. It doesn't feel difficult. It feels super, super easy. You want to say something, you say it. There's no translating, there's no thought. Well, that's what you want with English. Well, the key to that automatic speaking is deep learning. And the problem is, in school and with textbooks, you learned the opposite way. You learned a lot of things, right, in your textbooks, a lot of vocabulary words, a lot of grammar rules. So you learn them, but you learn them very fast. And so you don't really remember them well. Maybe you say that you know grammar. Maybe you say that you know these words, but do you really know them? Because when I say know, I mean you know it, but you can also use it quickly, easily, and automatically. Can you use all of your English grammar without thinking? Do you know the vocabulary so well that it comes out of your mouth automatically? Again, no thinking, no translating, no stopping to think, no pausing when you speak, no strange breaks. So if you have those problems, it's okay, it's normal because you learned in school. And what happens in school with textbooks? Right, they usually go very fast, right? Chapter 1, and then a few days later, chapter 2. And those chapters have so many new words and a lot of new grammar. There's so much in one chapter of a textbook. It is a lot of information. If you're lucky, you do one chapter in a week, and then boom, on to chapter 2 the next week, and then the next week another one, and another one, and another one. And you're going very, very fast. And a lot of students think, oh, I'm learning so fast, this is great. The problem is, you're not really learning it. You're certainly not learning it deeply. That's why you take a test, you get a good score, but when you try to really speak to an American, a Canadian, a British person, you can't do it, or you do it, but it sounds bad. It's because you did not learn deeply. So you don't want that. You want automatic speaking. How do you learn deeply? Well, again, it's very simple, but again, very powerful. Learning deeply really means repeating a lot. So in our system, you learn one lesson set, the same lesson set, for at least 1 week. And our lesson sets, They're not like textbook chapters. You don't have 50 new words in them. Okay, you have one conversation or piece of a conversation, and then you've got a mini story lesson, which we'll talk about later, but again, it's just another kind of lesson, and then you learn the same words and phrases in that. And you have a vocabulary lesson, and you learn the same ones in that again. We are repeating the same stuff all the time. We do it in different ways so that you're not bored. You won't be bored because you get the same information, but in many different situations, in different kinds of lessons, in different ways. And you need a lot of repetition. We have, again, there's a lot of research about this. For example, when you see a new word or a new phrase, how many times do you need to hear it and understand it before you will remember it and can use it? How many times do you think normally? 20 maybe? 10? Well, the answer is actually 30 or more. 30, at least 30 times. That's for an American. Me, if I'm reading a book and I see a new word, a new English word, I actually need to see that word about 30 times and basically understand it, right? Because I understand everything else. I can guess the meaning. Well, 30 times before I really know it deeply and can use it automatically. Now for you, English is not your first language. You probably need 50 times or 100 times. So now maybe you see one of the problems with schools and textbooks. Probably you did not repeat all that grammar, all those vocabulary words and phrases. You didn't repeat them enough. And when I say repeat, I don't mean studying some list in a book. I mean hearing it, listening, hearing it, and then understanding it correctly. And then you need to hear it again and understand, and hear it again and again and again and again and again. It goes deeper, 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 until finally one day it's automatic. It happens very suddenly. In the beginning you feel like nothing is happening, right? You're listening, you know, listening was one of our big important rules, probably the most important. But you need this one also. It's not just listening, it's deep listening, it's deep learning, so that you're hearing again, 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 again. So after the first 20 times, you still feel like, well, nothing's happening. You know, I understand, but my speaking is the same. It's because you need deeper learning. So what we find is that with our members who succeed, and most of them do, they need this deep learning. So nothing's happening, nothing. Suddenly, boom, one day the words come out automatically. It's amazing, it's a great feeling. So that's what you want. You need deep learning. You need to repeat everything you listen to. You must repeat it again and again and again. Every day for at least 7 days. More is better. So that's it. Again, a very simple rule and a very powerful rule. That's rule number 4. Learn deeply. All right, I will see you later. Bye-bye.